Hi, Julie Rader here with the weekly astrological update from June 13th through the 19th. Wow, there is so much going on this week, so let's dive right in. And as always, if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps me grow it, and share it with anyone you feel could benefit from this information. Okay, so let's start with Monday, the 13th. This is the moon's day. The moon is in Sagittarius, and it is preparing for its super full moon, which we will have on Tuesday. The moon on this day, very interestingly, has all trines. Trines are harmonious aspects, easy flowing. So Monday, I believe, will be a pretty easy flowing day. It's making a trine to Jupiter in Aries, and then Mars in Aries, and then Chiron in Aries. So all of this fiery energy is going to allow us to get things done. So definitely Monday's a day to check off some of those things on your to-do list. The moon is almost at its fullest, and you're still growing in energy. Yeah, Monday is a pretty interesting day. And then we also have Mercury moving into Gemini, its home sign. Now it's direct. So we may feel like communications will start to ease up a bit. It's still in its shadow period, but it is moving into its home sign, moving forward again, still moving slowly. But Monday overall, definitely a day to get things done. Tuesday on the 14th, the moon's last aspect first of all, it's a super full moon on Tuesday. And if you haven't already, check out the video I did on the super full moon in Sagittarius. It's at 23 degrees at 4:51 a.m. Pacific time. This is a big one. I did a video about it. Please check it out. I go into way more detail. But this full moon is sextile Saturn and square Neptune. What that means is that the whole week, basically, if we are choosing a disciplined spiritual practice, if we are choosing to purify our bodies in whatever means that works for you, hopefully ideally a combination of being aware of the food that you put in your body, organic fruits and vegetables. And if you are eating sweets, make sure it's homemade, made with love, instead of something bought just with a ton of preservatives. Doing a spiritual practice, whether it's meditation, yoga, chanting, whatever it is, journaling, hiking, getting into nature, getting into the ocean, hiking in the trees, whatever works for you, that is going to allow that square to Neptune that this full moon has. A square is an active energy. It doesn't always mean challenge. It means that if we are actively doing the work, that's the sextile to Saturn, putting in the effort. Saturn always requires, it's the taskmaster. So choosing something that is going to purify your body, choosing something that takes maybe a little extra effort, but the rewards are quite beneficial. So that's what this full moon is asking us to do. And this full moon, its last aspect, or the day's last aspect, is this square to Neptune. So this can have us a bit confused. We can even be susceptible to lies if we are not really doing the practices that allow us to be more clear. So I cannot emphasize that enough, especially with the moon being in Sagittarius and it being a Sagittarius super full moon. Excuse me. It's the first time I've talked today. I'm doing this in the morning. Okay, so Wednesday on the 15th, Wednesday, we have Mars conjunct Chiron in Aries. So Mars conjunct Chiron is asking us to really be motivated to healing our bodies, healing our minds. What I just talked about, the Tuesday aspects with that super full moon, what are we doing that is unhealthy in our bodies, in our minds, emotionally, spiritually? What old cords of energy can we cut by simply, Could be something recent, like somebody cutting you off in traffic, or somebody said something rude and you're still holding on to it. Just imagine that there's a cord from that situation attached to you. It could look like a weed in a garden or surgical tubing. And just imagine cutting it and then pulling out the root of whatever it is from you and that situation so that you're released of it. There are several cord cutting exercises you can do. If you've practiced with me before, the Archangel Michael meditation of sending whoever it is or whatever it is to an island, cutting the cords. There are so many things. It's a great day to do that. Cord cutting, actively, maybe seeing somebody, a healer, maybe a shaman or somebody that does physical body work on you. This is definitely a healing aspect, and we are being asked to channel our aggression in a healthy way. So if maybe get out, do a hike, maybe it is time to do some kind of martial arts, and really, as you're going upon some even kickboxing or something like that, that you are intentionally healing and releasing the old energy in this way. On Thursday, the 16th, we have a lot of aspects on Thursday. Wow. This is Jupiter's day. So Jupiter is all about go big. So Jupiter, we have the moon is in Capricorn all day, just like it was on Wednesday. So moon in Capricorn is asking us to be the CEO of our life. We have the sun in Gemini making a harmonious, beautiful aspect to Saturn, which is retrograde in Aquarius. This is a very decisive and focused energy. So with the moon in Capricorn and this focused taskmaster energy, again, this is another day. Get things done on your to-do list. Be very intentional about how you spend your energy, because you can get a lot accomplished on this Thursday if you are staying focused and, again, staying pure. And the reason I say staying pure as opposed to checking out with substances or whatever way you do that, the sun also is making a square to Neptune in Pisces. This can be susceptible to addictive cravings. It can be negative thinking. However, if we decide we have this list in mind that we're doing, we do some kind of practice that motivates us. We start the morning with a yoga practice, a hike, a swim, martial arts, meditation, something that is going to get us into a clear state. We eat a healthy breakfast, and we start with everything we have planned to do that day. Plan ahead. So fail to plan, and you plan to fail. So Thursday is one of those days. Have a plan in place so that you're not bored and you're not wanting to reach for something that will invite you to check out. We want to stay checked in and make the best of this energy. We also have Venus in Taurus conjuncting the North Node in Taurus. This is a pleasant energy. It is adaptable. It is really we asking, what do we love? What are we passionate about? And joining that with our true destiny. If we can channel this energy with that sun, focus on really tapping into that sun in Gemini. Sun is how we radiate out, making a harmonious aspect to the taskmaster, Saturn, that wants us to be disciplined in Aquarius. And the sun, and Venus in its ruling sign of Taurus, our self-worth, how we love, conjunct the North Node, where we're going in life, we can get so much clarity. But this sun in Gemini, square Neptune, does mean we could have some tugs on our energy asking us to check out. No, let's go do this instead. And I'm telling you, if you have a plan and you check everything off your list, you're going to feel much better at the end of the day than if you give in to unhealthy cravings. Then we have the moon. Well, the moon's last aspect in Capricorn is conjunct Pluto. This is transformation. If you chose to, everything this week is asking you to get into a disciplined spiritual practice. And if you've been choosing that path, then this last conjunction to Pluto, you will be like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. You will look back and from the beginning of the week until Thursday and say, wow, I have really transformed. You'll be able to pat yourself on the back if you stayed in tune with really making healthy choices. If you, however, if you have given in to some of these on Tuesday, remember that moon, that full moon's last aspect is a square to Neptune. We also have the sun square Neptune on Thursday, really tempting us. So we have, that old saying of like, you have the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. We have a lot of that going on this week. So if you choose the spiritual practice, you will be amazed at the clear guidance you are given that is whispered in your ear by the winged little fella, the angel, goddess on your shoulder, as opposed to the mischievous devil saying, well, it'd be a lot more fun if you go over here. I'm telling you, the clarity that you get by really choosing a disciplined practice this week is going to be transformational. And this will be really evident on Thursday. Then on Friday, it's Venus's day, and we have the aspects. I don't talk a lot about the asteroids and the goddesses. That's just not as much of a part of my practice. It will be more in the future. But these are two big ones. So we have Juno, which is the marriage asteroid, or the asteroid of partnership in Pisces, making a beautiful sextile. This is a really harmonious aspect of opportunity to Uranus and Taurus. This could bring about a sudden partnership, one that is just, things are just really quick moving. And Uranus is, when it feels right, things can snowball in a very rapid fashion, even though it's in Taurus. Because it's in Taurus, it means that it could be a little longer lasting than if Uranus were in another sign. And it's in Uranus, it's right in the middle of Uranus, it's here to stay for the next few years. Then we have Pallas Athena, very powerful asteroid, conjunct the North Node in Taurus. So remember, day prior, we had Venus conjunct the North Node. This again is solidifying this. What is it where are you ready to step into who you are, where you can feel worthy and passionate with purpose on your path? And I am telling you, if you choose a spiritual practice, a disciplined practice, to get up a little earlier, do your meditation, do your hike, get in nature, do yoga, journal, choose a healthy breakfast as your way to start the day, choose to eat foods that nourish you as opposed to ones that are just filled with preservative that cloud you, then you will feel that things are starting to really line up by the end of the week. Then on Saturday, we have the Aquarius Moon, which the moon was in Aquarius all day Friday, so with those aspects on Friday, Moon in Aquarius can give us sudden insights, these flashes of genius. The last aspect that the moon has, its closing aspect on Saturday. So the closing and opening aspects that the moon has, the moon changes signs every 2.5 days. The closing and opening aspects are really, they they really show us kind of the energy we're moving into. So the closing aspect is this trine to the sun in Gemini. This is so balancing. So we can really feel like our inner and outer bodies are really in alignment, especially again, if you have chosen to do a disciplined practice. This is such a great week. Full moon in Sagittarius, get really clear on your spiritual path and make like short-term goals of where, and long-term goals. But this week, like, okay, I'm going to have a smoothie Monday through Friday for breakfast, or I am going to avoid alcohol this whole week, or I'm going to only have fruit as my sugar, or whatever it is. Or maybe just simply, I'm going to start my day with a glass of lemon water and do the 5 Tibetan rites, or whatever it is. Make it something that is achievable. So, and then by Saturday, if you have done that each day, you're going to feel this balance of what you've done internally is going to radiate externally, to where people may be coming up to you and say, you look different, you're glowing, you seem so clear. And that's going to be a result of the practices you've put into place. And then then the moon will be moving into Pisces. So moon and Pisces, as long as we choose to stay on this spiritual path, we will be getting clear insights, dreams that are prophetic. The moon in Pisces does want to play a little bit. You can tell yourself, if you get to Saturday, the end of the week, maybe you allow yourself a treat, whatever it is. We have Venus in Taurus making a square. Again, that is an action-oriented, but can be a challenging aspect to Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. This can bring about, well, but okay, let me also tell you the other one, and then we can look at the dichotomy of the two. So we have Venus and Taurus. Also, Venus is very active on Saturn's day, making a sextile, a harmonious aspect to Neptune and Pisces. This is very romantic. So this is, because the moon is in Pisces, we have this Venus and Taurus, sextile Neptune and Pisces. This is asking us to be a little bit more luxurious. There may be on this day with this Venus square the sun, we may have this inner struggle, but I've been so disciplined all week. Can I really allow myself to have fun today? Yes. Saturday, allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to pamper yourself a bit. Do something romantic. Do know that the shadow side of this Venus and Taurus square Saturn retrograde on this day can have you feeling a little bit unsatisfied or unsatiated, as well as jealous even. So stay clear, stay pleasant, and tap into more of the romantic nature and that inner and outer balance that you're feeling. Find a balance. Maybe, do not overdo it. The Pisces moon can overdo things, and so can that Venus and Taurus, sextile Neptune and Pisces. Saturn, you will be tempted to overdo. And that's where you could be feeling this unsatisfied or feel guilty or whatever it is. Allow yourself to be pampered, have a luxurious day, give in to some treats in a moderate way. And then Sunday, no major aspects Sunday. After an action-packed week, the moon's in Pisces. It is Father's Day. So acknowledge your father, any father-like figures you have in your life, and relax a bit. Pisces moon is not it's not a day to clean the house or to do a lot of things on your to-do list. Just kind of relax, take a nap, get some extra sleep, have fun. And it's a beautiful way to end the week. Thank you so much for listening. This is maybe one that you want to revisit the middle of the week, go back on Wednesday, re-listen to the video again so that you can prepare for the end of the week, because this is such a aspect filled week. Enjoy the super full moon. Definitely watch that video if you haven't already. In my next video, I will be doing the solstice and the Cancer new moon combined, and it will cover pretty much that time from solstice. It will be a little bit longer video because I'll talk a little bit about the history and the significance of solstice, but that energy all the way up until the new moon, because we're going into some Cancer energy. So we'll be touching on that. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.